Our next team, Iota from Canada, will make your devices safe again. Jaron and Richard.
If you're going to rob someone, rob a bank. The thing is, the banks aren't in these buildings anymore. They're here, in your hands, #SU Labs. In my pocket. Around the world, governments are driving towards full financial inclusion and economic participation. And so mobile has emerged as the most important channel for financial institutions to engage with their end users. Over the course of 2006, there was about $1 billion worth of mobile money transactions. By 2016, this had grown to $1 billion every day, and within the next couple of years, it's expected to reach $1 billion every 90 seconds. Truly exponential. So if you're gonna rob a bank, this is how you do it. You use malicious applications, malware, that will allow you to target dozens of banks and millions of customers around the world simultaneously from the comfort of your own home. It lets you steal login credentials, your kid's college fund, and are a root cause of fraud that can cost banks millions. Last year, there was a 400% increase in the number of attacks targeting mobile devices. Now, the banking applications may use the strongest encryption methodologies. That's like the wall that keeps the data safe. And they may use the highest levels of multi-factor authentication. That's like the door that only lets the right person in. But the problem is the banks have no visibility into what's going on in their end customers' devices. So what happens when you build doors and walls on an unsecured, unstable foundation? This is where Iota Security comes in. Banks who subscribe to our service can embed our detection capability directly into their mobile applications. The add-on is tiny, under 90 kilobytes, and is extremely light on the system resources, as most of the computation takes place in the cloud. Here's what happens. Each application on the end user's device is scanned by our cloud-based artificial intelligence system, and the response is reported back to the application, so that as soon as something malicious is detected, it's reported back and the bank can take corrective action. But the real magic is what happens in the cloud. We've developed proprietary machine learning and deep neural network algorithms that have been trained to understand the fundamental patterns of what is malicious in an application. This means that we're able to detect 95% of threats that we've never encountered before, zero-day threats. They're completely new. And we're able to do it at massive scale. Compare that to traditional cybersecurity vendors who rely on rules and virus definitions, a technology that's been in use for the past 30 years. Their zero-day detection rate is effectively zero. So imagine there's a security guard sitting outside the bank, checking your fingerprint as you come in. If you've already robbed a bank, they know, can detect it, and stop you. But if it's your first time, or you've managed to change your fingerprints, like attackers can do with malware, trivially altering the signature and fingerprint of an application, then come on in, help yourself to our money. And so, Iota Security allows financial institutions to securely connect to their billions of customers around the world. We're able to work with thousands of banks because our AI is massively scalable. We're currently launching trials with major financial institutions in Canada, Russia, and India, through which, when they go live, we'll be protecting hundreds of millions of end users. And in order to support that, we're raising a $1 million round with money already committed to the round. But the same capability that we use for financial institutions can also be used by healthcare institutions and government institutions to protect their users. But our ambitions are so much bigger, exponential. Our architecture extends from the application level right down into the underlying embedded operating system. That's the operating system of the Internet of Things. And so we'll be able to protect the billions of IoT devices coming online in the next few years, from critical infrastructure to smart cars to connected teddy bears. And that means that we'll be able to protect the most important things in life. No, we'll be able to protect the really important things in life. Our families, your loved ones, our futures, like this beautiful one who's just 48 hours old.